When we started this project or this plan, I had no previous business experience.
I didn't even know what a CD-ROM was.
I never seen a business that was easy to get off the ground.
Opening day was insane.
There's a lot of knowledge you pick up that you just can't get anywhere else.
My business has picked up 3 times what it was.
The underwater video is really taking off now, especially for the tourist market.
Tomorrow we're interviewing to hire another girl full-time.
We've handled over 1 million containers since April 1.
An idea that is successful, an organization helping the economy, a place with a great track record, people involved with their neighborhood, and businesses that have gained the respect of their competitors. We are the Cape Breton YMCA Enterprise Centre. Self-employment has become an important alternative in the Cape Breton economy. At the Enterprise Centre, we help Cape Bretoners prepare for a future as small business owners and operators. Our program is popular. Over 800 individuals have participated in our training. And the results prove that Cape Bretoners have the desire and we have the ability to make entrepreneurship work. Over 250 businesses have been established, employing over 550 people.
I took business at university, and I was looking for work in Halifax and Toronto, and I couldn't find any work, so I started my own business.
I had moved home three and a half years ago from Ontario with expectations of being hired on through the Plumbers Union. That fell through, so I decided to make a go of myself.
I couldn't find a job in Cape Breton, and I came back. I had a master's degree in history, which seemed completely useless at the time.
How did I get started? Well, I ended up with no job. I was collecting disability, and I sort of got fed up with that. And then I always had the idea of opening up my own business, repair and vacuum cleaner. Then I went through my outreach worker at Community Involvement of the Disabled, and I mentioned it to him, and then he decided that he'd send me to Small Business Development at that time. I went in and talked to them, and then they told me I need a business plan. So, and then I went to a couple of people to have a business plan done, and it would have cost me about $3,800 to have a business plan. Right at that time, the Enterprise Centre was getting started. So I went and seen them at the Enterprise Centre, got a few information from them, and then I decided that it was a good thing and I'd go with them. I'd save the $3,500, that I could use that to help start my business.
See, I originally had done the business plan for a jewelry store. And mostly due to the economic climate around here, I decided that wasn't the time. I discovered that the barbers in Glace Bay have been in business quite a few years. And they're, getting near retirement age. So I figured there's probably an opening there for at least one new barber, maybe more.
I really didn't think that there was anything else I had to learn. He said to me, okay, this is the way that it's going to be. I'm here. I'll work with you. I'll do legwork for you. I'll help you research, but you have to show me that you're here to learn.
I had a general idea of how to do a business plan, but without their help, I never would have done as good a one.
We received our training to help us get our business plan going, which without a business plan, you're not going anywhere.
Even if you have a great idea and you think it's going to work, then you find out that it isn't going to work. If you do it this way, then it can sort of alter your plans. Basically, I had my numbers all together, wanted to open a business, but didn't quite know how to put it all together for the bank, and had my idea, but not quite able to put it on paper. And he helped me put everything into perspective and sort of put a more realistic view on what I was looking at doing.
It made you do research, and it made you actually look at what you were doing and the possibilities. It's almost the realistic approach.
A few years ago, I tried myself to start a business similar to this one and really had no luck. People were shutting doors everywhere I went. But when I went in and said I was trained from the YMCA, they were a lot more open to listening to my ideas.
I had been trying for a year before that to start a business, and I wasn't getting anywhere. I was going in circles. So what he did for me is he sat me down and we worked on a plan together. And that time, by following the plan with him, it was a lot easier. I don't think I would have really carried on if there hadn't been that structure and if there hadn't been someone to give me support at a time when I needed it. It may have been just too easy to give up.
It gave me more knowledge, it straightened me out, it motivated me.
They taught me how to reach my goals, what to look out for, taught me how to pound the pavement and get out there and make things work.
From market research to business plans, from business idea to financing, we don't do the work. Instead, we train the participant to do it for themselves.
We offer program development, we do training, we do in-house audits in regard to their needs and their goals under their occupational health and safety. And we're also involved in industrial sales. We offer 9 various lines of chemicals and lubricants, which again are geared to be worker-friendly and environmentally friendly products.
It's a private audiology practice that specializes in oral rehabilitation, which essentially means that we look after hearing aids, assistive listening devices, and all of the rehabilitation process that involves.
Mostly right now I'm offering fabric dolls and angels, Santas, and I'm selling them right across the country actually, and I've even broken into the American market.
Some of the services we offer would be, say, radiography. You would go to the hospital, have an x-ray done. What we do at the steels and metals, we x-ray steel and for defects to code and standards as what the acceptance requirement would be, maybe to ASME or to 59 or whatever the standard may be. It will tell you what would be acceptable indication or defect in the material that you're testing at the time.
What I'm doing is attracting not somebody who was already here and at a bed and breakfast. It's attracting people that had no intention of ever coming here. People could go anywhere in the world and buy a guide and go there and go birding, but they couldn't do it for Cape Breton until I created the book. So for every book I sell, someone comes to Cape Breton and they stay in the hotels, they eat in our restaurants.
I have 4 on staff full-time, which I'm ahead of my plan. I thought I would be in business 10 years before I would do that. 5 years, I would like to see myself having a vacation, because owning your own business, you really don't get one. But I could see myself with more staff and maybe a location of my own, which I would love to have, and employ maybe 10 people instead of 5.
I presently employ 4 full-time employees, and I am in the process of opening a new showroom on Plummer Avenue right now.
We're looking at now actually at expanding, both size-wise and employee-wise, and we're looking at expanding product lines as well, so be offering more product and more services to the community.
We're seeing since the 1st of September some major growth, and although we're operating out of our home right now, we think in the very near future that we're going to be taking some space, both office and warehouse space. We got orders from the United States, the United Kingdom, just unbelievable. To the point now where we're wondering if we'll ever be able to keep up with it. So it's either expand or sink, one of the two.
We run it at a very small location. I can see that expanding. Okay, there's a building here that's available, and I could see that we could probably be expanding in the building.
I have artist works on the wall. These are all local artists. I won't take anything that's from anybody outside Nova Scotia. Actually, if I could, I just would stay within Cape Breton, and that's all I have thus far. And I've been able to sell a few.
Various tourists that come to Cape Breton Island, and I've taken them out, especially in Lewisburg, on the historical wrecks. When I'm down there videotaping them and also the wreck, they think it's pretty nice to take back, to the States or Upper Canada. They show their family up there and their friends, and also dive clubs. And it's a great spin-off for business. They see the dive sites that we have and what we have to offer.
At the Enterprise Center on Reserve Street in Glace Bay, there are classrooms, research facilities, a library of business information, and the necessary office equipment to do business, like phones and fax machines, computers, and photocopiers. There's retail and office space available for rent, and there's a small but dedicated staff of professionals. Plus now we have the new community access site that gives the public the opportunity to surf the net and use internet services for business and research purposes.
After the training at the Enterprise Center, putting my business plan together, and then I was allowed to stay in the Enterprise Center for 2 years, a subsidized rent program. And I stayed there for 2 years. When my 2 years was just about up and I knew I had to get out, then I looked at getting my own building.
In our business plan, we had planned on starting outside of the Y, but as we progressed through it and did our research, we found that this would probably be the best location for rent and area. The money that we've been saving on rent, we've been putting into advertisement and into other areas of bringing in more stock and more supplies.
We offer private counseling and employee assistance programs, assessment and referral. This building is ideal. There's not another building around that I know of that's a multi-purpose building, because people are a little timid about coming in for counseling. And this being a multi-purpose building, they can be coming in here for any reason whatsoever, and they're not embarrassed by that.
We're also operating a clinic every Wednesday from the YMCA Enterprise Center itself, and we've been doing that for 4.5 years.
With the growth that we are experiencing now from being here, we should be able to get out on our own, hopefully somewhere in Glace Bay, and still be doing what we're doing today.
A training program based on the concept of self-help, self-employment.
If you don't have a business plan together and you don't know much about it, I suggest going to the YMCA Enterprise Center because it helped me out tremendously.
I think anybody that was looking at opening their own business, and especially with the economy being the way it is, sometimes that's the way to go. If you have the talent to do it and the resources to do it, then go for it.
From my own experience, if I didn't have a place to someone to meet with and to direct me in the right directions, that I would have been spinning my wheels and going nowhere for a long time.
Even if they don't succeed in creating a business, they're a better person for going through the program. It gives them more knowledge as far as what's going on in the real world out there. But if they do succeed in getting the business off the ground, they're there to support you all the way, all the way.
Without the Enterprise Center, I don't think I would have had the good start that I had in my business. It's an invaluable service to the community, I think. And I don't know, they just, you know, they're a great help to young entrepreneurs like myself or older entrepreneurs.
It's probably one of the best institutions that a person could get involved with if they were interested in starting a small business.
If it hadn't been for the center, there would have been no way we could have started. And I mean, I am just thrilled to actually have started my own business and have it up and running.
The types of businesses who will keep our economic development strong are going to be small businesses. So I think any program that cultivates entrepreneurs, people who will self-employ or employ others, is strongly, or should be strongly advocated.
I think it's really important that the Enterprise Center be supported and that the community knows exactly what it's doing. I think people that are just starting their own business, they're not used to what it takes. We're not part of an entrepreneurial culture. And people really need a little bit of help, and they have to know what to expect. And the YMCA Enterprise Center prepares people to take that step.